Right. Because you're going. Yeah, yeah, we must get. Yeah, you did. Something's not my game, right? Oh, shit.
Welcome to Fayetteville, Arkansas, a place where legends have long stood for excellence. Names like Broyles, Holtz, McFadden, Jones, and Johnson. And when they call the Hogs, it is a rite of passage. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see, the number 3 team in the country, the Florida Gators, taking on the 11th ranked team in the land, the Arkansas Razorbacks. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Gators will kick it away to start us off. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The offense set for a first down play. Gonna run it. It's Hill. And he's knocked down, but there's also laundry on the field. We'll see what the officials have called. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. A first down for the offense. Wide receiver shows motion. Complete to start this drive. And they're able to get him on the ground.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Now on second down and short. They're looking for an advantage in the running game to the right. And he's knocked down. Moving the chains. Going to the ground is what the Razorbacks love to do, to move those chains with guys like Peyton Hillis and Darren McFadden.
Yeah, and you think of just Felix Jones along with the same era. Just guys that toted the rock with some physicality. Just tough guys that make you bring your lunch. When you want to come tackle them, you better bring it.
Looking to throw, it's Singleton. Time to take a shot. Got it inside the 10. Touchdown, Razorbacks. Made the snag and strolled his way into the end zone.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
No shot at a return. It's out of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. answerable for this offense. Running it to the right. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. They've really performed at an elite level in conference play, and that'll build your confidence as we continue through this SEC season.
This was a team that was really motivated in the offseason coming into this one, and they knew the challenge ahead of them, but they also know how talented they are. And, David, they're putting that on display each and every week here in SEC play.
And let's pump the brakes, because if they're happy with what they've done so far, they're going to have some losses. Like, this is a tough league. The SEC is not easy to navigate. They're going to have to continue to grow and get better, but it's a heck of a start.
On 3rd and short, they'll ride the running back here. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
Really nice job on 3rd down by this offense. This offense has struggled on 3rd downs throughout the season. Not even in the top 50, but you know what? When you make it 3rd and short, when you have the run-pass option and you're not predictable, you can be more successful. So let's see if this offense can...
Unleashes one deep. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Florida.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. Coming out with it, it's Sategna. That's the kind of mistake that throws off your game plan. Come out of the end zone and you're stopped at the 8. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
Quarterback checking off. Looking to move it through the air. Makes the grab. It's Green. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
Now on 2nd down after the short completion. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Offense working from the pistol. Looking for a man. It's Singleton. Just a short pass to the tight end. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. The Razorbacks are in the hurry-up. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on 3rd. Might be looking to run. Trying to find his man in the middle. Heaves it into trouble, and he finds trouble with the pick. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And that's the advantage right there of having your dime personnel on the field. You've got an extra DB. You've got an extra guy out there who's really good at covering. So for quarterbacks, you've got to be so good and precise with these passes because they've got speed in the back end. They're able to come away with the pick.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take it.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drop.
Continues to fight for yards. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play.
This guy's got a lot of tools in his toolbox toting the rock band. He showed you right there. And when I think back to Florida running backs, Emmitt Smith, all-time great. But a guy I played with in Gainesville, Fred Taylor. He was so big, but so fast for a guy his size. He just caused so many problems for the defenses we face. And I think in the SEC today, you have got to be able to run the football if you're going to win games. And this guy right here, he's going to give the Gators a chance.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Back to throw, it's Flagway. Starts to scramble to the left. He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
It'll be a run on 3rd and short. The Gators will move the sticks.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
They have just bloodied their nose on this drive, all on the ground. It's 1st and 10. Power football with the run.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, 3rd, 4th quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Quick touch pass to the receiver. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all right after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the inside.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off cover. But you can tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for the loss.
On 4th and 7, analytics, gut feel, or maybe just wanting to keep the offense out there. They'll go for it. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And that pass picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. And the senior just snatched the ball out of the air and gave it back to his offense.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, making a big play.
And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. Looking for a crease. It's Hill. runs for the tackle.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Dropping back, it's Singleton. Makes his connection. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line. And the Razorbacks want to pick up the tempo. Remember some of the years when the Hogs spent a lot of time in the Wildcat just running it? You don't have to do that with this guy at quarterback.
And it just makes you less predictable, right? You got a running back in there. You know you're not going to throw it very much, but when they do have the ability to push the ball down the field and get some guys out of the box, it makes this offense even more exciting.
After misfiring, it's 2nd down. He's looking to throw. He'll take a shot. And he got a hand on it to knock it down in the end zone. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Back to the air one more time. Turns it loose. Snagged in the middle. It's Green. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. Trying to run, it's Hill. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. The clock has stopped, and we've reached the 2-minute warning before halftime.
When running backs square their shoulders up, it's when they have the most power. You see him square his shoulders up, break tackles, be strong, continue to plow his way forward, just making it really easy on everybody in this offense by breaking tackles.
To the air, it's Singleton. Feeling some heat. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Wide receiver now comes in motion. He'll throw on 3rd down. Moving away from pressure. Fires into the end zone. And he wanted to get the score right there, but it falls incomplete.
Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
So now on comes the field goal unit. Dialed up the, forget the kick, he's going to throw it. And he gets it to his man. It's a fake, shades of Little Giants. The Mad Hatter is loose, and it's a touchdown. Oh, the fake caught the defense by surprise, opened up a little passing lane for the score.
And I tell you what, on field goal block, what are we doing? We're sending everybody. You might want to keep a guy or two back deep just in case they do run the field goal. And when you bring the field goal block and you bring everybody and you're sending all your resources to get them and you're not covering, this can happen. I tell you what, guts to call the play, and it actually worked.
No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Back to throw, it's Lagway. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Just couldn't find a hole in this defense. They were ready for him and forced him out of bounds, and no gain on the play.
Well, that defender just was better in his one-on-one on the pass rush. He does a great job being the offensive lineman to get to the QB.
On third down, going up top. On the move, he fires. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, fourth down.
The offense failed to convert on fourth down earlier, but that didn't change their thinking here. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. The Gators will send out the punt unit. First one of the day is booted away. They ran him out there 4 times in the victory last week. Slips through the line. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
It was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Dropping back, it's Singleton. Getting some heat. It's complete on the right side. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down. They'll put the tight end in motion. Wants to throw on first down. Looking left. He's got it. And he's brought down after a nice gain. They'll immediately call timeout.
Well, this offense has come out slinging the pill. They are throwing it. They are trying to be aggressive. We're only in the second quarter, guys. Already, this guy has over 200 yards passing.
42, Spider. Rita.
Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. The Razorbacks headed quickly to the line. On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. And the pass is intercepted. He'll go out of bounds, but just what they needed to get the ball back.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
Using his legs to buy some time. He'll fire to his right. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. And the Razorbacks will kick it away to crank up the second half. Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. That linebacker saw the express lane right to the ball carrier.
And a great job by the defensive line, getting some push, making them use their resources on him. Linebacker comes free, boom, and making the backfield for a tackle for a loss.
To the air, it's Lagway looking to scramble. And it's incomplete on third down.
Well, another incompletion, and you can see the frustration building, but you got to give the defense credit. They came into this one knowing no one was giving them a shot because of their record, because of what their stats are on paper, but they're playing better football. They're playing with better effort. Right now, they're making the most plays.
You want to talk about aggressive or wacky? This head coach is keeping his offense on the field inside his own 30. On fourth down, looking for the completion. Forced out of the pocket. He's turning it loose into the middle. Oh, and it's picked off. Threw it right into the teeth of double coverage. At the 35, he's open. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
And that's just excellent cover. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board. You still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open. And if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, and it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Yeah, and I think you pull the positives, right? We moved the football down the field. We had a chance to score, but we can't let those opportunities slip between our hands. Let's go get some points.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Handoff from the gun. Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Back to throw, it's Singleton. Working that left side now. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground.
On third down, offenses have their plays. What they like in third and short, what they like third and medium, third and long. Great job by the offense having success. Now, it's incumbent upon the defense to learn their plays and try to shut it down throughout the game.
Unloads quickly. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
This offense has a 2nd down play. He's looking to throw. flushed out of the pocket. And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. That is just a sideline clinic. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, 3rd down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win, and gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the 1st down.
He's looking to throw it. Quarterback strolling away from Heath. He makes a grab. Oh, and he thought he had a chance to house him, but the defense tackles him at the 3.
And it's so hard to be on the run and make an accurate throw. It's just very tough. Very few people can do it. Again, we see the freaks and we see the highlights all the time, but that's a tough thing to do. He made it look pretty easy.
The Razorbacks have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to power it in. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
And we saw it last week with this offense, right? They know who they are down here. They're going to be physical. They gave him the football, and what did he do? He rewarded you with 2 touchdown runs. I look for this offense to continue the physicality and hand that man the ball again.
Strikes again to extend its lead here in the 2nd half.
And they got everything working. How great is this? You extend your lead. Now you get your defense back on the field. Great job taking advantage of the situation and building on that lead.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. UNLV looks like it sent the JV squad out there today. An offense that can't move the sticks and a defense that looks disinterested. They're trailing by 15 to Utah State. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio.
He hurls one deep down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on 1st down.
You can sense the frustration building on the field and on the sideline for this team because on paper, they're the better team. From a player standpoint, from a record standpoint, things are just not going their way in this game, and someone's going to have to step up and make a play to turn this thing around.
Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
And you didn't have a lot of panic in the 1st half. But, man, you're starting to get now in the 2nd half, and this offense just has really, really struggled, underperformed. You know you're a better team, but this offense hasn't shown it. This team hasn't shown it. It's the 3rd quarter. They got to get it going now.
If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a 3rd down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. They're bringing heat. And they got him for the sack.
That's the problem when you go empty, right? As a quarterback, you know you might get blitzed, and if you do, you better know where your hot throw is. If you don't, you're getting sacked. That time the linebacker got to him.
On 4th down, going to the air. Unleashes one. And it's incomplete. The defense knocks it away as we have knocked down 3 quarters and head to the 4th.
Arkansas, 21, Florida, 7.
1st down to start the drive after the break. They'll leave it with him. Keeps the legs moving. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
The give to the tailback. Got some room headed to the goal line. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Razorbacks! They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From inside his own 15, looking for room. Needed just a little more help to turn that into a big return. They'll mark him down at the 29. The Gators sending the offense back to work. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing.
And the defense gets to the quarterback.
And this defense came to play. They know about the high-profile QB. They rose to the challenge and dominated the competition today. They took care of business, and they made no doubt about who's the better.
He lobs one high down the left side. And he hauls it in at the 30. A giant chunk of yardage picked up there, and they're down to the 24.
Throws a nice completion there for a first down. This guy has been the biggest key to this team's success all season long. He's shown up in big moments. He's won big games. He's putting up big numbers, and that's why he's...
Lets it fly deep downfield. Throw into the end zone, and it's picked off. They bring him down, but that great defensive play might be overturned. Let's see what the call is. Maybe can be a little more aggressive here after the offsides penalty. It's 1st and 5. From the red zone, looking for a space. And it's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been on par. Trying to take it back. The 30. Running inside the 20. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's pass, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
To the air, it's Singleton. Snags it. Touchdown, Arkansas! And the punishment has been extended. They add on another score, and now that record so close to going to 8-1 on the season.
And how about it? Everyone getting involved, getting the big tight end involved. This offense has done an unbelievable job scoring points. This defense has had no answers. Just keep it rolling, offense.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play.
The expressway is wide open. And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. They're going to ride this running back. At the 35, he's got room. He's off to the races. Touchdown Gators! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
Number 27.
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
And he made the extra point without problem. What a display of explosive capabilities on that drive. 75 yards, 2 plays, and a touchdown. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They'll snap it from the 28 in field goal range, but it's 3rd and short. Back to pass, it's Singleton. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Got it! Some might have the philosophy to milk the clock. Others have this philosophy. Just keep going at them.
Until you stop me. And I think the offense, you can tell, it's pretty clear. They're going to keep their foot on the gas, continuing to throw the football down the field, attack, make big plays like they have all game long.
He just threw it away. The last thing you want to do is try to force something on 1st down in the red zone. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? He's looking to throw. Buying some time. Looking for the score. Throw to the end zone. Picked off. Bringing the heat. He's inside the 40. The 20. He's at the 10. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Florida.
And this defense has had a rough day, but how about this play? Breaking on the football, making the pick, taking it to the house, maybe build some momentum for some future games.
PAT unit on the field. And it's up and good. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. UNLV is currently working from behind, but how many times have we said that and then witnessed something special happen? This time of year, you just never know. It's a tight one right now. They're trailing by only 5 to Utah State. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day. Guys?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. The give out of the gun. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. A 3rd and long coming up here. Quarterback will audible. Looking to throw at Singleton. They're working that left side. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. And the Razorbacks in the hurry up. They'll throw it on first down. They're trying to get to it. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls incomplete.
They finally make the stop at the big run. He's ready to move those sticks for the first down. The Razorbacks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. This is a designed run. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
That didn't bust for a long one, but now third down becomes very manageable. It's not third in eternity. Now the whole playbook, short passing game, long passing game, all of it's available.
And the Razorbacks have a first down.
Everything going the offense's way. They're trying to ice this game late. They've got a really nice lead, so you just want to run the ball, high percentage throws, and keep the chains moving, and they're doing that. This has been a beautiful drive to watch. Offense continues to stay in a nice rhythm here late.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Razorbacks! They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
And they say play to the final whistle. This offense took it to heart. Scoring late, maybe they could have wasted the clock, but they've no doubt about it. This one's over.
And the extra point right down the boulevard is there now, up 20 in the 4th. They made sure that good field position paid off, going 45 yards. Now they'll try to get another possession with an onside kick.
Well, here in the 4th quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
And here we go. Final play of the game right here. The DBs will back off a bit. He'll loft one deep down the left side. He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Gators!
Each and every week, I think this coaching staff does such a good job of scheming ways to get this guy the football in the passing game, and defenses can't cover him. With that last catch, this is now his 10th receiving touchdown on the season.
And now they'll empty the backfield for the 2-point try. On the move. And that will be the final play as the clock strikes 0 here. Well, look what we have here, guys. After all the early season doubts, these guys have put together a winning streak.
They sure have. Man, they're just